Yin-yang and the five elements form the fundamental framework of ancient Chinese philosophy. All phenomena in the cosmos can be categorized into two classes, yin and yang, based on their intrinsic attributes. Every concrete entity possesses an inherent duality of yin and yang, wherein yin contains the seeds of yang, and yang holds the essence of yin. Furthermore, all things in the universe can be systematically classified into five overarching categories: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, collectively termed the five elements wuxing. They do not denote five specific materials, but rather represent an abstract synthesis of the five distinct dynamic properties and phases that define all cosmic phenomena. How to determine your five elements wuxing profile? Based on the Bazi calculation method taught in our first video, the heavenly stem of the day pillar, the second character in the first row, is called the day master. The elemental affinity of the day master determines an individual's primary wuxing attribute. Jia and Yi correspond to the wood element. Bing and Ding correspond to the fire element. Wu and Ji correspond to the earth element. Zhang and Xin correspond to the metal element. Ren and Gui correspond to the water element. They masters of wood. Their core virtue is benevolence. They are innately endowed with a compassionate and kind heart, embodying righteousness, goodness, and deep empathy. This is reflected in their treatment of others, their readiness to help, and their inner pursuit of fairness and justice. However, they should guard against being overly idealistic or tender-hearted. They masters of fire. Their core virtue is propriety. They are characterized by a natural understanding of etiquette and social harmony. Their conduct is graceful, capable of illuminating and warming those around them. This sense of propriety is not an affectation, but rather an outward expression of their inner radiance and warmth, an instinctive gift for maintaining interpersonal harmony. However, they should guard against their fervor escalating into impatience. They masters of earth. Their core virtue is integrity. They are naturally inclined to uphold honor and commitment. Steady and pragmatic, they are as good as their words, making them utterly trustworthy companions. This integrity is manifested in their alignment of words and deeds, their loyalty and reliability, imparting a sense of stability as solid as a rock. However, they should guard against excessive rigidity or resistance to change. They masters of metal, their core virtue is righteous loyalty. They are naturally guided by a strong sense of justice and principle. Resolute and courageous, they possess a clear distinction between right and wrong, deeply value relationships and loyalty, and bravely shoulder their responsibilities. This righteousness is manifested in their unwavering devotion to friends, their unyielding stance against injustice, and their powerful sense of self-discipline. However, they must guard against becoming overly rigid and harsh. They masters of water. Their core virtue is wisdom. They are naturally endowed with profound intellect and strategic acumen. Keen-minded and adept at learning, they possess deep insight and remarkable adaptability. This wisdom represents a penetrating understanding of the workings of the world, a philosophy of life that, in its highest form, flows like water. However, they must guard against over-contemplation or simply drifting with the current. The relationships among the five elements are illustrated in the diagram. Following the order of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, each element generates its immediate successor, while it restrains the element to positions away. Based on the yin-yang and five elements relationships between the day master and the other 7 characters in the Bazi chart, ancient Chinese metaphysicians introduced the framework of the 10 gods. The 5 elements attributes combined with yin-yang. The element that generates the day master is the resource star. Same yin-yang nature as the day master is indirect resource. Different yin-yang nature from the day master is direct resource. The element that controls the day master is the authority star. Same yin-yang nature as the day master is 7 killings. Different yin-yang nature from the day master is direct officer. The element that exhausts the day master is the wealth star. Same yin-yang nature as the day master is indirect wealth. Different yin-yang nature from the day master is direct wealth. The element that drains the day master is the output star. Same yin-yang nature as the day master is eating God. Different yin-yang nature from the day master is hurting officer. The element that shares the day master's nature is the friend star. Same yin-yang nature as the day master is friend. Different yin-yang nature from the day master is raw wealth. Friend star generates output star. Output star generates wealth star. Wealth star generates authority star. Authority star generates resource star. Resource star generates friend star. Friend star restrain wealth star. Wealth star restrain resource star. Resource star restrain output star. Output star restrain authority star. Authority star restrain friend star. In future videos, I will provide a detailed introduction to the characteristics of the 10 gods, as well as the meanings represented by the appearance of different symbols in various positions of the Bazi chart to help you decode your own life script. Your support motivates me to keep creating. Please like, subscribe, and share.